position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams. And the Ducks will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Michigan's offense will go on the attack first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
And he's brought down after a nice game. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Caught in the backfield, it's Cook. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. They're working that left side. There he goes. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The play action fake. Gets it out fast. Down to the 26-yard line where the tackle is made. Pick up a 5 and a 1st down. Wants to throw again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. 1 back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Willis. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game, something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
The Ducks line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and look for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught near the sidelines. Will pick up a few before going out of bounds. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unleashes it on the run. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. It's reverse. And the defense was ready when the receiver tried the tricky run. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Willis. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. The Ducks want to move quickly.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got the back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll run it from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Right back to the well. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Cook. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. A strike downfield. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Wolverines are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He wants it all. He got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wolverines. Great job by the back on the option.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. USF is dominating this one, thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 21 over Maryland. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And the Ducks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Tight end now in motion. They've been running it, but now the pass. Got the quick pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on first and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get it through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Kick is in the air. Makes the catch at the 35. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Wolverines can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete on the right side. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw, they'll have to be efficient against the clock. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
A fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Red pass, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? To the ground with the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's got his man across the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. The Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. He'll do it himself. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He wants to throw it. Looking to buy time. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. They're trailing by just 4 to Middle Tennessee. Two fan bases with very different emotions in CUSA as we send it back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying play action. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Cradles it at the 35. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Looking to throw for it. On target. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, the attempt is no good. The missed field goal still leaves us with a double-digit deficit. Still a 10-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. How good have they been on 3rd down today? And another opportunity here on 3rd and goal. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Give to the running back. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll try to do it himself. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Hand off from the shotgun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on second down. Caught close to the marker. It's Cook. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Off play action. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Takes it back inside the 40. They'll mark him at the 39-yard line, and the interception has set up great field position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll run play action. This time on target. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. And the Ducks in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Got his man quickly. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the fourth quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Quick strike complete. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Trying to barrel in. They will score. Touchdown, Ducks. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. USF is piling up the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout either side will soon forget. They're up by 18 over Maryland. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back to pass on second down. Got his man on the outside. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Cook. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The Wolverines will punt this one away. And the returner goes down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Makes the grab. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Sends it back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his target down the middle. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Leaves it with the back. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. From the shotgun, the inside give. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to... And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Just a short pass to the tight end. He did not get there, and they'll have to give up the football, and they might have just seen this game slip away. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, running back on the move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 3rd down after that run. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Silver. They'll make the stop, but that first down on to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.